Yeah, that looked real.
They here to test me for steroids.
People commenting, talking about, yeah, Terence Crawford dirty. He's dirty. He's on that snack. He's on that.
After reports revealed that Canelo may require surgery following his fight with Crawford, Floyd took a shot at Crawford, suggesting the match might not have been completely fair. Floyd admitted that Crawford's talent is clear and impossible to deny, but said that with just a slight advantage he could easily perform better than Canelo. He also hinted that Crawford may have pushed things too far, which possibly led to Canelo getting injured. This discussion started shortly after Crawford's nutritionist openly stated that he understands ways fighters can cheat, but personally decides not to use them, yet Floyd still believes it raises questions.
What's up, everybody? I want to give a big shout out to Snack for always supporting and helping me out with this previous fight. Snack strong, baby.
Main point being discussed is that Canelo has gone up against some of the strongest punchers in his division throughout his career, including fighters like Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Kovalev and Dmitry Bivol, who are naturally larger and known for their serious knockout strength. He has consistently faced opponents with powerful physical advantages and has taken some of the hardest hits seen in the weight class, which shows the level of toughness and experience he brings into every fight, and overall it was seen as a solid performance.
Package, it's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. So, and it was good. It was a very good point. It was like Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the best part of a decade.
Basically,
he's so used to taking those shots, whereas Crawford hasn't. Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of a decade.
Controversy has grown further with rumors about Crawford's connection to certain nutrition and performance programs. Victor Conti, who leads SNAC Nutrition, has become part of the debate as critics bring up his past to question Crawford's showing. Conti strongly rejected any claims of cheating, but explained that some of his statements were misunderstood, saying that understanding how doping tests work is very different from actually trying to break the rules. He stressed that he never said he could avoid every test, only that he was aware of how loopholes might exist, yet despite his explanation the situation still feels unclear.
I know you've worked with Snack before. What kind of edge do you think they give to an athlete?
I don't for say it's the edge. I think it's the fighter. Everybody different. You know, everybody's program is different on Snack. You know, I just use certain things with Snack that other people don't, or they do.
He explained that certain hormones, including growth hormone, can sometimes be used in very small doses, which may make them more difficult to detect, but when it comes to performance-enhancing drugs, he stated they cannot be completely hidden and will always appear in proper testing. He also made it clear, saying, "I never claimed that I know how to pass every test, and that accusation is false because understanding the system and actually cheating are not the same thing." He further said that he has not provided any fighter with illegal substances since 2003 and insisted that all SNAC athletes compete clean without using banned or prohibited substances.
Executives taking Prozac to enhance their performance. You have women getting nose jobs and boob jobs and butt jobs to catch a better man. You have guys taking drugs, trying to turn themselves from a dud into a stud under the sheets with Viagra. We live in a performance-enhanced society.
When asked if he would fully stand behind his claims, he responded that he would bet his life that he has not given any athlete a banned substance over the past 22 years. He has repeated the same statement whenever questioned, yet doubts continue to surface. On social media, fans keep debating whether athletes connected to Conti can truly be trusted, often bringing up his history, while the Balco case from years ago is still mentioned, and despite repeated assurances, people continue to question whether fighters are completely clean.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the 28 world champions that we worked with here at SNAC over the last decade. I love all of you. Thanks for helping to promote ZMA and the fighter training stack. How you like it?
For Crawford, these discussions are nothing new because since he began working with Conti, there have always been critics ready to question how genuine his achievements are, and some fellow fighters have shared similar opinions. When Gervonta Davis was asked about the Canelo vs Crawford fight, he acknowledged Crawford as a talented boxer but still expressed doubts. Davis mentioned that Crawford's recent performances seemed unusual and questioned the change by saying that Crawford was once hurt by Gamboa, so he wondered how he has appeared this strong over the past few years.
Man, and y'all gotta really understand that he understands how to do this thing right and the cleanest way to do it. So I know that this man he still has stuff that he has to live past, the reputation and things like that. My dealings with Snack, my understandings with Snack, everything that we've studied and all those things.
Davis also noted that Crawford has moved through several weight divisions while rarely appearing seriously hurt in recent years. He mentioned the fight against Israel Madrimov, saying that even though Crawford was older and seemed a bit slower, he still managed to avoid heavy damage. Davis then connected this to Crawford's relationship with SNAC, suggesting that the program might play a role and reminding fans about Conti's past legal issues and time in prison. These are the same concerns Floyd has been highlighting, especially when talking about how strong Crawford has looked over the past year.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him.
Conti responded to claims about Terence Crawford weighing 185 pounds by explaining that it was 6 weeks before the fight and that his weight during training is normally higher before dropping closer to fight night. He said Crawford is extremely skilled and tough while strongly denying any use of performance-enhancing drugs and insisted he has never used them. Conti also mentioned that SNAC works with other fighters including Devin Haney who have all successfully passed testing and believes the suspicion comes from his past rather than anything happening today. Even so, fans and fighters continue to discuss Crawford's physical transformation and his ability to keep winning at 37, while Floyd Mayweather added more attention to the debate by saying Crawford may have pushed himself a bit too far against Canelo, which carried extra weight coming from someone like Floyd.
Been strong over the past year, these years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So now, that's that snack shit. I'm telling you. Y'all laugh, I'm always.
No, do tell. Open up.
And that guy that a part of it, he been caught before. He went to jail for it.
You're talking about Victor Conti?
He went to jail, right?
Victor Conti?
Yeah.
Bomac also shared his view, saying he was not surprised by the reaction surrounding Crawford. He explained that the moment Crawford had his hand raised after defeating Canelo, he already knew criticism would follow. Speaking during the celebration parade in Omaha, he said he expected people to start doubting and criticizing once Bud won. To him, it was predictable that the victory would quickly turn into debates about fairness and questions about how Crawford managed to achieve it, and he had seen the same energy building even before the Crawford-Canelo fight took place.
Yeah, this looks, I don't know, man. He looks like he's on some gear.
That guy is Defo on Peds.
Yeah, I think he is on the PEDs, man, because this doesn't look right, man. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like there's a little...
Bomac said the fight played out just as the team had planned. The strategy was simple. Keep turning him, stay on the inside. He explained it in basic terms. Facing a southpaw, you want to limit their right hand and make sure your left hand takes the shortest route. For Crawford, that meant controlling the angle so Canelo's power shots had to cross his body, while Crawford's left could go straight down the middle. Bomac emphasized there was nothing complicated, just the same techniques they practiced repeatedly in camp. Every detail they worked on, he executed: punch choice, catch and release, everything. You ready? Alright, guys. Canelo, Channel 1, please.
Is the guy right now in the sport that's supposed to be the man, you know, big bad wolf. You beat him, you the wolf. Now it's like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, who else I'm gonna fight? You beat the shark, you beat the wolf. Right. Damn. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't no more ops out there. It's ops out there, but who gonna make them really want to get up? That's the
shit gotta make sense. That's like you said, you beat a shark, I mean, you beat a wolf.
Yeah.
But there's...
Bomac also mentioned that this time they approached Crawford's conditioning in a new way. They had him train with UFC fighters to make sure he could handle Canelo's power while keeping his legs strong and fresh. That was the main concern going into the fight. Bomac said, I told the team to make sure he could take the power. On fight night, that part of the plan worked perfectly. Crawford absorbed the punches very well.
Before the fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. Go. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet.
From Bomac's perspective, there was nothing unusual or suspicious about the performance. It came from months of preparation and following a strategy planned from the very beginning. He knew, however, that wouldn't stop people from talking. He also said this undisputed win was extra special because it put the entire team in the history books. Instead of just a fighter or a coach making history, It gave the whole team a chance to shine together. Bomac explained that Crawford wasn't just raising himself up, he was lifting everyone around him.
Canelo, choose one, please.
Guys, we gotta go. We don't.
Can you elaborate on why Crawford is better than Mayweather? Just a little bit of detail.
Oh, he can switch. He's very smart guy. He's better.
Bomac isn't ready to call it quits. He said Crawford made it look easy and still has 2 or 3 more fights left in him. He even added that if Crawford wanted to move up to middleweight and go after a 5th division title, he would back him. Yeah, I don't mind, he said. That comment mattered because it showed Crawford wasn't taking the easy path by dropping back down to 154. He's staying in the heavier divisions, where the competition and risks are tougher.
Active champions. Like, he beat Canelo as an undisputed champion, and he beat Better Beef as an undisputed champion. Bivol historically might go down as one of the greatest to ever do it. If you beat Bivol and you beat Canelo, I mean, Crawford might have surpassed TBE in Floyd. Floyd has never beaten someone as accomplished as Bivol.
That also meant claims that Crawford had an unfair advantage at super middleweight didn't carry as much weight if he kept taking on bigger opponents. With every win, the pressure on critics grows. They either have to acknowledge his skill or keep looking for excuses. If Crawford keeps winning and eventually breaks Floyd's record, he would clearly become one of the greatest fighters, something even Floyd couldn't argue against.
Looking back at like Floyd's career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight, and that's what led him to be so great. You know, because he fought the most champions, beat the most champions, you know, got the most money for beating the most champions.
There's been a lot of talk comparing Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. People have even debated who would win if they actually fought. Honestly, I don't know the answer. You do. Yes. Who would win? Floyd. Floyd would win. Always figures, right? Meanwhile, Canelo's return to the ring has been delayed, and the conversation has already moved to potential opponents when he comes back. Hamza Shiraz has been mentioned as a possible move up to 168, while Chris Eubank Jr. is keeping an eye on whoever wins between Canelo and Crawford. Alvarez himself hasn't ruled out fighting in the UK, with 2026 being a possible timeline.
Black, the ones from the past. Now, with the Eastern Bloc coming on like they are, there's going to be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see, these guys are going to be great. They're going to start eclipsing and coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them going to be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level? Nobody.
Then there's Jake Paul, who hasn't stayed quiet. He was once in talks to fight Canelo before the Crawford matchup came together, and is still interested. That's one of the biggest fights that could happen in boxing. Jake recently said, "After I beat this guy, Canelo's on the list for sure." For someone like Paul, losing to Crawford doesn't end the possibility of facing Canelo, it just changes the timing. For Crawford, none of that matters. He made history again by becoming the first man to unify titles in 3 divisions during the 4-belt era, a feat no one else can claim. Bomac has said it clearly, Crawford is in the top 5 of all time. When asked again, he doubled down, saying he's 100% in the top 5 in the world. Bomac added that Crawford might have been a little mentally tired, having competed at that level for so long.
A lot of comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd. And I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win that
Yes,
fight.
sir. I love you, Terrence.
Always figure.
Crawford has been just as clear about his place in history. He's compared his achievements to Henry Armstrong, who once held 3 titles in different divisions at the same time. Crawford said that beating Canelo 2 weight classes above, without ever fighting at 160 or 168 before, belongs in the same category. "I think I'll be a top 3 pound-for-pound fighter of all time, alongside Sugar Ray Robinson and Muhammad Ali," he said. Shout out to Crawford. You did it, man.
Highest level of MMA because they don't have that level of skill. There is no equivalent in MMA to Bud Crawford because there cannot be. Bud is the most talented boxer I've seen since Mayweather.
I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
To be fair to Floyd, he obviously had hand problems in his whole welterweight run, and it's why he took that long stretch off in 2007, 2008, 2009 area, and Floyd's brilliance to be able to be just as great in some ways at that age. We're not here trying to dunk on Floyd.
At the same time, Crawford made sure to give Canelo his due, calling him an all-time great. But Crawford's point was clear, his achievement can't be ignored. Moving straight from welterweight to dethrone Canelo at super middleweight was something nobody expected. To jump up 2 weight classes and beat the soon-to-be undisputed 168-pound champion without ever fighting in that division, or even the one below, it was historic. Crawford said it became a fight where he controlled everything, leaving Canelo with very little chance.
He was a little mentally tired. He's been at that level for a long time. He's fought 11 fights in 4 years. That's a lot.
Timing was perfect for Crawford. Yeah. He said it himself at the press conference. He said timing was everything. Perfect timing. Everything.
That's right.
His whole career was on timing.
He was mentally tired, but you got to give Crawford his credit, man.
Bomac has stood firmly by those statements. He believes the criticism comes only because people don't want to give Crawford the credit he deserves. In his view, if another fighter had delivered the same performance, the reaction would be different. But since it was Crawford, the claims of cheating got louder. It's about damn time, Bomac said when asked about Crawford finally being recognized as one of the best ever. The kid has done an incredible job with his career in every way. People always downplay his big wins, and what he just accomplished is phenomenal. To be honest,
shout-outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm going to let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First, he worked behind the jab, people.
Even other fighters, like Tank, have raised concerns about speed, and Bomac has addressed them, saying he expected the backlash but stands by the careful preparation and execution. Through it all, Crawford has continued testing clean, winning consistently, and seeking new challenges at higher weight classes. What do you think? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more updates.